We're on record in State versus Davis C-377407. Anything we need to address outside the presence of the jury?
Not from the state.
No, you are.
Okay, let's bring the jury in.
Stand for the jury.
The parties stipulate to the presence of the jury.
Yes, sir.
You may be seated. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a restful evening. We are still in the state's case in chief. So at this time, I'm going to turn to Mr. DiGiacomo. Who's your next witness that we're going to be calling?
We're going to finish that recording and then call a witness.
Okay, sounds good. You may proceed.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I'll go back and ask you the question again. While you were there in the parking structure and you heard the commotion of people running, would be south on Fairfax or back in towards the parking area, did you recognize anybody that, my concern is that may have been further north on Fairfax on a sidewalk, may have seen the shooting or heard something? Anybody that you saw?
I seen running.
Yeah.
They was standing there with me, Keyshawn Johnson, the football player,
Okay.
and Ricky Bell,
The
the singer.
And they were with you, or they were?
They was standing there with me. He was waiting on his
Oh, they didn't run around the corner. They were with you anyway.
They was
Oh,
with me.
okay.
They was waiting on the green Benz, this green Benz to pull up. Then my car came out the hills and we just drove out.
Okay. Yeah, but you made sparks come around the corner. You didn't recognize anybody that you might know, singer or anything, actor. Okay. That's. Yeah, we saw Keyshawn in some of the pictures that were taken inside, and Ricky. And
Yeah, I was on those pictures with him. I had on the blue jumpsuit.
you know, now that I see you in person, because my
Yeah.
impression you were like 6'2".
Tall guy.
Yeah, right. And,
Thought you were bigger.
Yeah, I did. Well, no, that's why I said, now that I'm looking at you, I think I do remember seeing you in those pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to answer tonight, and I'll put out. Did you see anybody with the stereotype considered a gangbanger, dressed down, anything like that in the party?
I seen.
Okay. What about outside in the parking lot, where you're either parking your car and coming to, or going back to your car in the parking structure there? Okay. Now you ask.
I just wanted to verify some things. Okay. You're in the parking structure, you see some people running.
Running towards the, you know, coming in from Fairfax.
From Fairfax.
Holland and stuff. Yeah.
So, and you, from there, are you in your car this time, or are you outside?
I'm outside.
Are you near your car?
No, they was pulling up cars. Everybody's waiting on.
Oh, okay, you were waiting for valet to bring your car up,
Yeah.
correct?
Right.
Okay, when the car comes up, I mean, when was the first time you heard that Biggie had been shot? Was it there in the parking structure?
In the parking structure.
What people were saying, Biggie's been shot, or any particular person tell you?
Yeah, they were just running. The crowd was in. The whole crowd. Biggie got shot. Biggie, like what?
Okay. Then you were directed by as you're leaving, directed by a police officer to turn right as you're coming out onto Fairfax.
He directed every car that came on out of here. A tall.
Okay. You left, you're going down, did you go all the way through Wilshire Boulevard?
No, I made a right.
You made a right turn on Wilshire? Okay, so you're northbound Fairfax you made a right turn? So it would be eastbound then, or westbound?
Eastbound.
Oh, okay, that's right. Eastbound. Eastbound Wilshire. Okay. Then, did you go all the way down Wilshire, or was there another turn that you made?
On the bridge.
Did you make a left or a right?
Right.
A right on La Brea? Then where did you go?
to the 10.
10?
Then went to the Marine.
Yeah.
To the 10.
10, went to 10 freeway?
Yeah.
Okay, and you went directly to the marina to go eat? That's you, Wendell, and Wonder Mike. Jerry's Deli. Okay, you were at Jerry's Deli, about what time were you there?
We met before. Yeah, down at Compton Court. About,
What time did I get there?
Yeah.
Oh,
remember
it was,
I was on the, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At the Southside Slayer in, West Jones with his attorney and.
Well, you and I were speaking with
That's
some
right,
defense
that's what
attorneys.
we-
I think,
Yeah,
Mr. Fall, you were there.
Probably so.
Fred and I were talking about homicide
Yes,
investigation.
yeah.
I think you were there.
Yeah, I think so.
Ragsdale.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was just searching my mind.
And your son went to elementary school with my son when you lived in Phillips Ranch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How
I remember seeing you there.
That's true,
Yeah.
that's true.
You no longer live in Phillips Ranch now.
No. Yeah.
That was years ago. That
Yeah,
was what,
yeah.
91 or
That's
2.
quite
something like that.
I still have a house there, though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You rented it out? Or?
Yeah, I didn't sell it. No. I have family members living.
Okay, just want, about what time do you think you got to, what time did you leave the parking structure approximately? Do you recall?
oh, you know, I was watching the watch and
Okay, you said you arrived at the party about 11 or 11:30. You were inside the party for about an hour. And then,
about an hour, yeah.
okay, so that would either make it 12 or 12:30. And when you left the party, so, and, okay, driving time from there to Jerry's Deli, figure right around what, 1?
Just about 1.
About 1 o'clock, would you say?
Yeah.
1 a.m., okay.
I say about 1:30.
Okay,
1:30.
between 1 a.m. and 1:30?
Yeah, about 1:30. 1:30.
Okay, and how long were you at Jerry's Deli? I mean, you know,
Then an hour.
Okay. About 1 hour, so that would make it at this point,
Got home about 2:30.
okay, well, that means if you were at the deli about 1 hour, it would be 2 a.m. to 2:30,
Yeah.
okay? Now you gotta drive from the marina, where you went
I
straight
dropped
from
Wonder
Jerry's?
Mike off in the same area.
Okay, then you dropped off,
Wonder Mike.
Wonder Mike in Compton, right?
Yeah.
And then, I'm assuming Wonder Mike and Wendell live pretty
Yeah,
close?
yeah.
Okay. And Wendell in Compton. About what time would you estimate that to be? If you left jurisdiction?
I got home about 2:30.
Okay.
2:30.
02:30, arrived approximately 2:30.
Yeah, all these.
I wasn't watching the watch, though.
Yeah,
no,
they're all
I-
approximate.
All the times are approximate.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you got home, was there anybody up, like your mom or brother or sister or girlfriend or her mom?
Her mom came over the door for me.
Okay. So Paula's mom opened the door.
Yeah,
Was she up already, or was she?
she was
You had to knock on the door.
I rang the door. Yeah, I had on blue sweats and blue shorts.
Okay.
Solid
And then-
blue? All blue?
Blue and with the white, you know, the Michael Jordan jumpsuit we got out, that blue one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Okay. When she opened the door, did you talk with her?
Yeah.
I mean, did you
She,
did you tell her anything about the events that happened, like Biggie had been shot or anything?
She's 73 years old, you know.
Oh, so
Yeah, she don't,
Not into
so
rap music, huh?
no,
she was the only one up at that time?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you then, would you go head straight to your bedroom and go to bed?
yeah.
Did you talk with anybody between upon entering the house? Did you speak to anybody, either in person or on the phone at all when you?
When I talked to Paula, I told her that Biggie got killed.
Okay. You and Paula slept in the same room together?
Yeah.
Okay. So you told Paula.
Say Biggie got killed. I don't know whether he got killed or not, you know.
Uh-huh. So, did you talk to anybody else besides Paula?
Just us two.
Okay, Wonder Mike and
We,
Wendell.
yeah, we was like, dang, that's messed up, you know.
Okay, from the time you were at the, was about ready to leave the party to the time you arrived home, the only people you talked to were Wonder Mike, Wendell, Paula's mom. You may not have said anything to Paula's mom. Okay, and then you talked to Paula.
Right.
Was there anybody else that you talked to?
Right before we left, Keyshawn said he was going to some other party, and I'm going home.
Okay, which party was that?
I don't know, you know.
You don't know what party that was?
Um,
Did Keyshawn ask you to go to that, or
No, he just said he was going to the party, and I just.
which party was that? Was this another
Another
after party?
Yeah, another after party.
Okay, do you know who held that party? Was it a star that had the party, or?
I don't know. It's at some mansion or something. I don't know.
At a mansion?
Yeah.
And where at?
And up there where the matches be. In Beverly.
In Beverly Hills?
Yeah, or Hollywood, wherever. I don't know. He just said he's going to a party.
Okay, and you had no idea where that party was? No?
You know, I don't mean to rush, but you know, I do have another appointment
Okay.
downtown at 6.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
If you want to talk to Keith in
just
the
call me.
future,
Call me.
we'll call you.
Sure. And also,
Yes, sir.
I have a kid's sister-in-law. Her name is Gina Davis. She said that police have been going to her house, knocking at her door, looking for her, and she has nothing to do with this thing. And she expressed
Sister-in-law?
Yes.
she expressed concern about word getting around that she's wanted for. So if I told her I'm going to
Where does
check
she
with
live?
you.
Let me ask you a question.
She lives in Norwalk.
Norwalk.
No.
So I said
Yeah,
I was going to check with you guys. If you guys want to
Hey,
talk to her,
Cooper
let me
came
know.
over here.
If not,
Oh, Cooper's over there?
Yeah, he's been over windows, he's been everywhere.
yeah. So
Oh, Norwalk?
yeah, it's in Norwalk.
Long Beach or
I
Norwalk.
think that's Norwalk.
Have you talked to Detective Cooper? You know.
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone, he said,
Okay.
man, we know you ain't did it, but we think you can clear up the air or something. I said, man, I can't get you know it.
When was that? When did you speak with Detective Cooper?
That was, the day that you were in over our house.
Pardon me? The day?
You were in there when, you remember y'all
Oh, yeah,
were there?
yeah. Oh, you talked to him?
I called him that day.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, now the point with Gina Davis is that I told her I'll check with you guys. If Detective Cooper goes there looking for her, she's not going to talk to Detective Cooper. I want Cooper to know that. If someone wants to talk to her, just call me.
Okay.
I'll make her available.
Okay.
But if someone goes there without,
Right.
being cleared, she's not going to talk to her anymore.
Okay. I said, we have
Okay.
15 people working on this with us, and I...
Yeah, but I was just on the parking
Familiar
garage,
with
man.
Yeah.
I didn't see nothing or nothing. All I did was her
Okay.
ears.
Chris, real quick, and we'll get it, and it's good. Okay, this is, let's put this northbound up here. This is the museum right here. And this is the parking structure. This is Fairfax going north. This is the street. You said you were going south on Fairfax, then you pulled into the parking lot when you first got there?
Legal turn, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Give me a ticket, but I'm not going to take it right now.
Davis said that he's not a traffic cop. So
I'm ready to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned turn in here,
Yeah.
and you said, was it valet park?
Yeah, it was,
Okay, you
the
pulled out
valet
that-
pulled up in here and the man was waiting right here with the valet.
Right. Okay, so you got out here, then you went up
There.
up to the party.
There's a lot of people there,
Right.
top of pass, went on in there,
Okay. Now, when you came out the same way?
same way.
Okay, down this door.
Now, it was the stairs with the rails,
Right.
we were standing right here.
Okay. When you came out, was Biggie down here already?
Yeah, Biggie's and was in front, they was getting in their car.
Okay, they were parked here in front?
Yes,
Okay.
both of them was suburban.
Right, okay, both Suburbans. And you know which one Biggie got into?
He got in the front one, and the boy got in the back one. Then Duane the Prima that was behind them too.
Who was? Go ahead.
Duane the Prima, the little guy,
Oh,
you know,
Damien?
his little crew. Yeah, they
Right,
were.
Damien, okay, yeah. In a different car, right?
Yeah, I know some of them dudes there. I was hollering at them, whoop, whoop, and they left out. Me and Keyshawn was standing over here by the cars here, waiting on the man to come. Everybody ran in here. I didn't even hear those shots. I just see the crowd running. I was like, man,
Okay, had you received your car yet?
no,
Okay, so you were still milling
waiting
around.
on the car yet.
Did you see them leave the area? Biggie and his entourage? You see him pull out and...
Not really. I just seen a lot of cars just leaving.
Okay, so you saw them there and you just continued over to
Over there in my car, yeah.
Okay, and then approximately how long do you think it was when you saw them take off, that you saw these people come cattle rustling back in there?
Between 5 and 10 minutes. It was quick.
Okay, and then that's when it comes running around here. Okay,
Yeah.
were you in your
Running
car
out.
or are you still waiting for
I'm
it?
still waiting.
Okay, how long did it take them to get your car? I'm talking it's not either side of the crowd and from the time it took you to egress out of it.
They pulled over Keyshawn's first, then they pulled over mine.
Okay.
We, came together really.
Okay, so you're inside here, and when you leave, did you go out this way, or did you?
Come out this way. And the
Okay,
man was
back-
standing right here, this way he was standing, waving people out.
Okay,
He was making sure they go right though,
okay.
because that is an illegal turn if you turn it up.
I'm gonna think about that, Okay, you said this individual was a police officer?
Yeah, he was tall, about 6'4", blonde hair, real tall, yeah. And he just waved the cars out. He waved about 50 cars up out of here. Yeah.
Did you see any policemen there in the parking lot, say, as you were leaving the museum, had the shooting already gone down, or was it until you actually walked a little ways inside the parking structure?
Yeah, when I was coming down the stairs,
Okay.
Boom, I was there, seen Biggie now.
Okay.
Later, you know, they got on. Then I was over here. We was talking about football, you know, Keyshawn.
Oh, Keyshawn talking, that's right
Yeah.
here, waiting for your cars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, boom, the crowd came around. I was about,
How long were you standing there? When you exited that museum, how long, time span? From the time you...
about 10 minutes.
10 minutes when
About
you
10.
saw people rushing in?
Yeah, it was about 10 minutes.
Okay. Did you see any policemen anywhere around, any LAPD?
Uniformed officers.
And uniformed officers when you came out?
Just trying to set the time, but we don't
That's
have
us. All I've seen was, that's what I seen right here, the tall guy. And it was more, they was pulling up, it was coming real red, you know, coming in, coming, a whole lot of cops was coming. Yeah.
Okay, people were rushing. Okay, 10 minutes between the time you exited and the time that people were running into the parking structure. Then how long from that time did it take you to finally get into your car and start pulling out?
I'll say about 6 to 7 minutes, 6 to 7.
6 to 10 minutes?
About 6 to 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay. And then how long did it take for you to exit the structure? Is that?
It was like bumper, you know, bumper.
Okay, so you're finally in your car.
Yeah, then we leave.
I mean, did you have to wait for a long period of time because of the...
No, not really,
He was pushing through pretty
he was
fast.
waving them through, yeah.
So after the crowd started moving in, the policemen were there within, what, 6?
About 6
minutes?
minutes, yeah. He was running in, Biggie got killed. I'm like, Lord have mercy, you know. You know, I had been at one of them before, and over there in Inglewood, and they made everybody spend the night at that hotel, and interviewed everybody that was there.
Which hotel?
This was at by the farm.
What, that shooting you're talking about?
It was a shooting in it. You know, that was kind of strange for him to be waving people out, so, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, okay, and feel free, again, if you need to talk to him, because I'll tell you, when I first got word that you were interested in talking to him, my advice naturally was, don't talk to the police. I won't hide it. I said, don't. But he insisted that he wants to
Get this over
and
with.
talk to you. So he's doing this on his own.
No, I
He said
understand.
he wants to talk to you.
That's why
Yeah.
we had no
Yeah.
problem with you coming down with him, but
Yeah.
it was just all.
Yeah, he insisted.
I was checking on him, everything, I don't know. who-
Yeah,
When you talked to
Yes.
Sean Holmes, talked to Sean Holmes, what did you talk about?
He said the FBI is all over me, man. I don't want you guys catching my heat. Stay away from me.
Who said this?
Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you, this little C, did you talk to him?
For a few minutes.
I mean,
Yeah,
what did you-
that's the person that slid the invitations. Sent me the invitation.
Oh, okay, you got the invitation from Little C?
Yeah, him and a manager.
A manager?
Him and a manager.
Okay.
He got
So
a lot of braids. You see him?
Oh, yeah.
Anywhere that started kept.
Right.
Yeah.
Said, Combs said FBI is all over me?
Yes.
That was
So with Little C was just hi and...
Yeah. He gave me the invitation. Him and the
This is
manager.
before you went in?
Before I went in.
Okay.
Then I went up there, they was drinking, gave me a bottle, I started
Did
drinking.
you talk to Little C inside?
Huh?
Did you talk to Little C
Yeah, I talked to
inside?
him.
What did you guys talk about? I mean, you met before, right?
He just said, how you doing? Yeah, you know, what you been
How
doing?
long had you known Sean and Little C before this event?
Maybe about a year,
A year? Where'd you
couple
meet
of
him?
years. He had gave an after party at, the Soul Train Award.
In what year?
That was,
96?
one night did that guy get killed at the El Rey, what year was that? He got beat up.
That's where, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. year was that?
That was 94?
That was the year I met him. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You make the phone call?
No, yeah, okay, I'll make a phone call on my way out.
Okay.
Man, thanks.
I appreciate it, Keith, but, I appreciate, because I'd like to talk to you again, and we'll call the your attorney, and you have no problem?
I ain't got no problem, man. Okay, I just go to tell them and run and let me go. Sure.
Thanks, buddy. Call. No call. Good, thank you, appreciate it. Go ahead.
Okay, hello? Okay, hi. Okay.
You want sober too? You want another soda? Oh, okay.
Fine, how are you? Did you talk to anybody? Okay, she talked to me and you know, I'm in the death penalty case. So I have no time whatsoever. Friday, today, we're after that.
Which one?
But, I told you, advantage on medical is the only defendant you have. Otherwise, you just forget it money and go after that. Otherwise, you just spin the wheel. But I'll talk to you later. Yes, I'm at the police department, so yeah, I'll get back to you.
Throw away your table, huh?
All right, who's your next witness?
Thomas Kern.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
First name is Thomas, Thomas. Last name is Kern, Kern.
Thank you, sir. Whenever you're ready, Mr. DiGiacomo, you may proceed.
Thank you. Sir, how are you currently employed?
I work for Customs and Border Protection at the Chicago Laboratory as a latent fingerprint examiner.
We're going to take you back 30 years ago.
Okay.
30 years ago, what were you doing for a living?
I had just started here as a crime scene analyst. I was in my first year.
What does a crime scene analyst for the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department do?
Basically, it's a response to like crime scenes to recover evidence that was potentially left behind during the incident. Things like burglaries, we would go look for fingerprint evidence, maybe sometimes broken glass, those sort of things, and we would collect that from the scene and bring it back to the lab for potential use later.
Did you have a field training officer on September 7th or September 13th, I guess it is, of 1996?
I did.
And who was that?
David the Master, that's Lemaster.
Do crime scene analysts respond to the coroner's office for autopsies to document the body and collect any evidence that the doctor pulls out during the course of an autopsy?
Yes.
And were you present at the autopsy with Dave LeMaster for the autopsy of Tupac Shakur?
I was.
May I approach, Judge?
You may.
I'm going to start with state proposed exhibits 44 to, looks like 56 there. Just want you to flip through those.
So, I can't remember what my first number was. 44 through 54, are those all depictions of Mr. Shakur, well, his body bag, as well as Mr. Shakur during the course of the autopsy, documenting both tattoos and injuries to Mr. Shakur?
Yes, sir.
And then 55 and 56, it is two sides, I'll say, of what looks like a bullet and a fragment that was removed from his body at time of autopsy. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Proposed Exhibit number 128. From looking at that, does that appear to be an impound done by Dave LeMaster from the autopsy of Mr. Shakur in September of 1996?
It is.
And flip it over here. Why don't you explain to ladies and gentlemen of the jury how evidence is collected?
So this is a typical evidence collection bag, and on the front there's information that you would complete and fill out that would be relevant to the investigation you're working on. So I know that this is David's paperwork. We are assigned a personnel number when we start the job, and David's personnel number was 4243. That's his first initial, last initial, and that's about here in the center of this information. When we collect the evidence, we're supposed to put a seal in the reverse, and the seal has to remain intact throughout the investigation. That also has David's initial and personnel number and the date that was collected.
And so it appears that nobody's opened this since David impounded it 30 years ago.
That's correct.
Judge, I offer 44 through 56 and 128.
Any
No
objection?
objection, Your Honor.
They will be admitted.
Thank you. I pass the witness.
Okay. Cross-examination, Mr. Sanft.
Your Honor, I have no cross.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? Seeing none, thank you so much. Have a good day. You are excused, Mr. Quinn. State, who's your next witness?
Dr. Lisa Gavin.
Okay.
Lisa Gavin.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Good morning. I'm Dr. Lisa Gavin, Lisagavin.
Thank you, Dr. Gavin. Mr. DiGiacomo, you may proceed.
Doctor, how are you employed?
I am a forensic pathologist, medical examiner here in Clark County.
What does that mean you do for a living?
We determine the cause of death and the manner of death and sudden unexpected deaths.
And in order to hold the position that you do with the coroner's office, do you have certain education, training, and background?
Yes.
And explain that to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
I went to medical school at the University of Connecticut School of Medicine. I did a pathology residency at Hartford Hospital in Connecticut. I did a surgical pathology fellowship at Hartford Hospital in Connecticut. I did a forensic pathology fellowship in the Office of the Medical Investigator in New Mexico, and then I came here to Clark County. I have a medical license to practice here in the state of Nevada, and I'm board certified in anatomic pathology and forensic pathology.
How long overall have you been a forensic pathologist?
This September, it'll be about 17 years practicing here.
So I'm going to guess that 30 years ago you were not at the autopsy of Tupac Shakur.
No, I was in medical school.
Have you in the past had to come in and testify to your opinions as to cause and manner of death in cases where you weren't the actual examiner at the table?
Yes.
Explain why that would happen.
We have people that have retired. We have doctors that have died. We have doctors that have gone to other locations in the country.
So when you are asked to review, what is it that you get to review in order to form your opinions and conclusions?
Most often, it would be the investigation report from our office. It would be the autopsy report from the forensic pathologist that did the case. It could be photographs associated with the case. Could be medical records associated with the case. Could be any consultations or the like associated with the case.
In this particular case, do you know who the examiner was?
Yes,
Who was it?
it was Dr. Jordan.
And Dr. Jordan is no longer with us, correct?
Correct, Dr. Jordan has passed away.
In addition to what the medical examiner's office had, did you also get a copy of the photographs taken by crime scene analysts during the course of the autopsy?
Yes.
And did you utilize those as well to render your opinions?
Yes.
I'm going to start with what's been previously admitted as State's Exhibit number 44. Now, as long as you don't click that mouse, there should be a nice little arrow that comes up and you can point to it. What are we looking at in State's Exhibit 44?
In the background is a green body bag, and the way that we sealed the body bag to preserve the body as evidence is we put this little blue tag through the eyelets of the zippers as they come together to demonstrate that the body was received, placed into that sealed body bag, and then received in the office with that seal intact at that time. Similarly, we also attached onto that area what will become the toe tag, the identifying marker for that particular body, that particular individual.
And if I zoom in on that, we're able to see that the name was Lassane Crooks, aka Tupac Shakur, date of death 9/13/96 at approximately 1600 or 4 p.m.
That's correct.
$45. What are we looking at, Doctor?
This is just opening up of the body bag, and then one of the first photos that was taken at the time that the body bag was opened, demonstrating the decedent and the condition that he was received in and the body bag.
And from reviewing the medical records that were part of the coroner's office file, did it appear that Mr. Shakur had survived his wounds for some period of time?
Yes.
And a lot of what we see on these photographs are evidence of medical intervention?
That's correct.
046. This is a facial shot. I know there's a ruler in the way, but this is a facial shot of Mr. Shakur.
Oh, that's correct.
And then we're not going to display all of his tattoos, but there were photographs taken. This is 47 to identify his various tattoos.
Correct.
So you can see on his right stomach there that says thug. And then if we go to 48, on the other side it says life. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So now I want to get to his injuries. And I'm going to start with, I'll start with 49. What are we looking at here?
This is the right side of the body up by the chest area. You can see the right axilla or armpit in that region. And then you could see some of the sutures of what they call a thoracotomy incision, where they've cut into the side of the chest. And then just below that, this is an entrance gunshot wound.
And then just below that thoracotomy chest, there appears to be a stitched up area. I can move my mouse too, right there. What is that?
That's a sutured chest tube site.
So he had a tube there to help drain some of what was going on in his body.
Correct, and in the previous one that had all the medical intervention, you could see from the left side there was a similar chest tube on that left side.
From your review, were you able to determine sort of the path of this particular bullet?
Yes.
And what was that?
It entered here in the right lateral aspect of the chest, just below the axilla, the armpit, and then went across the right chest space, went across the right lung, and then ended up coming to rest in what we call the sternal notch. The sternal notch is a location just between where your collarbones kind of meet up towards the center of your chest. So just beneath that, the projectile was recovered.
The nature of that type of wound, what did it physically do to him, his ability to breathe and those types of things?
So the injury to the lung would have collapsed the lung and also caused the lung to bleed. And so it was documented within the medical records that he had about 2 liters of blood in his chest cavity when they put in the chest tube to try to save him. And similarly, they ended up removing that lung to try to save him and kind of clamp off the bleeding. And then it already had multiple episodes of not becoming responsive, so he wasn't able to breathe. He was bleeding out in that area from that injury.
Additionally, I guess I should ask this when I was back on some of the prior pictures. We're going to see a lot of pictures, or we have seen some pictures of Mr. Shakur while he's alive. We're going to see some video of him alive. He certainly looks a lot skinnier in those pictures than he does in these pictures. Is there a reason why he's so bloated in these photographs?
After they've been on the life support system, you end up not being able to circulate the fluid in the body that they're trying to give you, and so it kind of seeps into the tissues, and it makes your tissues look kind of bloated and literally bloated.
I'm going to move on to his next wound, State's Exhibit number 51. What are we looking at here?
This is the right lateral aspect of his body, so his right flank and his lateral aspect of his right thigh. And then his back side of his right hand is also within this picture.
The ruler, though, is identifying what?
The ruler is around the right lateral aspect of his thigh, so the right thigh on the lateral side.
And what is that?
And that's an entrance gunshot wound.
And can you tell me the path that bullet took?
Yes.
And go ahead.
That bullet entered in the lateral aspect of the right thigh and then went upwards into the abdomen and damaged his intestines. They ended up operating there and removed a portion of his intestines, and then during that surgery they recovered another projectile.
State's Exhibit number 52, and you can see it in 51, but now the ruler is on, oops, try that again. Now the ruler is on that lower mark. Describe that for us.
This is like the lateral aspect of his body, or his right flank. And this wound does not penetrate into the body, but it kind of causes this deeper abrasion in this area. So this could be from like a spent projectile that might have hit something else and then hit his body, so it lost its momentum to be able to penetrate into his body further. So it kind of hit this area and created this wound on the side of his body.
Were there evidence within the medical records that Mr. Shakur had received bullet wounds sometime prior to the injuries that caused his death?
He had some scars in other areas of his body that were suggestive of that.
State's Exhibit number 53. What are we looking at?
This is the back of his right hand, and on the ring finger, he has an entrance gunshot wound. This path goes through the hand and goes through that finger and then fractures that bone right by the ring finger area.
And then 54, 054. What are we looking at?
This is the exit aspect of that wound that we saw the entrance to on the back of the hand, and it kind of exits out the underside and partly in the webbing between those fingers.
Now you mentioned that during the surgery, UMC would have recovered one bullet, and then autopsy, another bullet was recovered.
That's correct.
And so, as it relates to the autopsy, showing you State's Exhibit number 55. What are we looking at here?
This is the projectile that was recovered during the autopsy. This was the one underneath the sternal notch to which I referred earlier.
And just so the jury understands these when they get to the back room, that's the same bullet, it's just taken from the opposite side.
Yes, we take multiple angles of those projectiles, photos of multiple angles.
Your Honor, just for the record, what exhibit number is this one?
Mr. DiGiacomo?
56.
Okay.
Now, Doctor, in addition to not only the photographs, were there other records identifying Mr. Shakur within the coroner's office records?
We have both some medical records and some photographs, as well as the autopsy report, the investigation report, and the toxicology report as well.
Did you also have an affidavit from Mr. Shakur's mother indicating that's her son and he's dead?
Yes.
And were there also post-mortem fingerprints taken to confirm that information?
Yes.
After reviewing all of those records, do you have an opinion as to the cause of death of Mr. Shakur?
Yes.
And what is that?
He died of gunshot wounds of chest and abdomen.
And do you have an opinion as to the manner of death?
Yes.
And what is that?
Homicide.
When a medical examiner uses the term homicide, what does that mean?
The simplest form is death at the hands of another.
Thank you. I pass the witness.
Cross-examination, Mr. Sanft.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Dr. Gavin, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Just a couple questions. Your testimony here today revolves really around your review of the record that was laid out 30 years ago.
Yes, that's correct.
And so, fair to say, of course, that keeping records would be very important in your line of work.
Yes.
In the event that in the future, something that you do while you're on vacation somewhere in the Bahamas could be testified to by another doctor.
That's correct.
Now, with regards to the records that you saw here, is it Dr.
Jordan.
Jordan? Was there anything missing in your review of those records in terms of record keeping or anything like that?
No, but we only took a few photos at the time of autopsy. At that time, they used Polaroids or they used film and cameras. And so we had few photos of the body itself. And so consequently, the crime scene analyst photos were helpful for being able to come to determination in addition to the reports.
Right. So the way we're able to explain it to the jury today is that you reviewed the record as well as any photographs that were taken at the time of the autopsy.
That's correct.
Okay. And once again, going back again to my original question, though, is that was there anything at all in review of Dr. Jordan's records or record keeping that would have indicated to you something that should have been done differently with regard to Dr. Jordan's work?
No, nothing that I could see in my review.
Okay, and fair enough to say, though, that you're not really there to critique his work as much as it is to relay what you read in the record to a jury like the people that we have here today.
But that's fair.
And once again, a critical review of someone's record is a little bit different compared to just reading what was done and then relaying that to a jury.
Yes.
Okay. What is the difference?
I think the scrutiny that you can utilize in those kind of details may be something that becomes relevant for a particular case.
Right, so for instance, if there was some issue, some dispute over whether or not he was given adequate medical treatment, that would be something for another day, for another topic, and another type of review, right?
That would be for somebody that actually does treatment of bodies. I'm a forensic pathologist, so I'm a medical examiner, so I review people after they've died. So that would be treatment related to whomever does that type of treatment.
Now, would you have been able to do this type of review if Dr. Jordan had not kept an adequate record of his efforts?
It depends on what you have available for review.
Say, for instance, there's no record at all. He doesn't do a record, he does some work, but you don't have anything other than maybe the pictures in this case. Would that be enough of a review for you?
Photographs can be very helpful in terms of determining what happened to the body, and then in terms of where the locations of injuries are, based on my knowledge of anatomy in the body, I can definitely generate opinions based on that.
Sure, but with regards to, say, his work in general, outside of the fact that you could point out location of where there's entry and exit wounds, for instance, from a bullet, outside of that, would you be able to tell this jury exactly what Dr. Jordan had done with regards to his autopsy?
What he did for his exact procedures, no.
Okay. And in the event that you don't even have that, say, for instance, you're coming in here today, and the question is, well, did Tupac Shakur die of bullet wounds? Would that be something that you could just tell a jury like this without even looking at a record or photographs?
We would need some kind of record in order for me to be able to generate an opinion, or some kind of photographs for me to be able to generate an opinion.
And fair to say then, once again, that in your line of work, record keeping, record writing is critical to maintain the integrity of what you do as a coroner.
Yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any redirect, Mr. DiGiacomo?
Man, Mr. Sanft suggested, and I just want to make it clear, you're not regurgitating Dr. Jordan's opinions. You've formulated your own opinions as the cause and manner of death.
That is correct.
Thank you. That's perfect.
One final question based on Mr. Giacomo's. And fair to say, though, in order for you to do that, you have to rely on Dr. Jordan's documentation of what he did.
I relied on his documentation as well as the other documentation that I talked about, which was medical records as well as photographs.
Thank you. No further questions, John.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? We have one more that we're waiting for. I have the parties approaching. All right, Dr. Gavin, we have a few questions from our jurors. Were there any wounds to the head that you or Dr. Jordan observed or noted?
No, there were not.
And then, were all the bullets found of the same caliber?
I don't know what the caliber of the other bullet was, the one recovered at surgery.
Okay, state any follow-up based on those questions.
Do you even know what the caliber of the bullet was that was covered at autopsy?
No, I don't know this caliber.
Is that something that is not in your realm of determining?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Mr. Sam?
Doctor, I'm assuming you're probably going to say I don't know, but are you aware that if any Metropolitan Police officer or expert came forward to take a look at those fragments that we're looking at now, or any other fragments that were recovered from the body?
No, I don't know.
You don't know that?
I don't know whether or not somebody did that.
All right, thank you. No further questions.
Okay, thank you for being with us, Dr. Gavin. You are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next witness.
Just before we call the next witness, I have in my hand State's proposed exhibit number 59, which is a certified copy of Marion Show Knight's medical records from UMC that night.
Any objection to the admission of those records, Mr. Sanft?
No, Your Honor.
All right, those will be admitted.
And I apologize, I don't know his name, but he is the custodian of records for MGM Surveillance.
Okay.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You may be seated. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Michael Ingram, Michael Ingram.
Thank you, Mr. Ingram. Mr. Giacomo, whenever you're ready.
Sir, how are you employed?
I work as an investigator for MGM Resorts.
What area at MGM Resorts do you have a certain job responsibility?
I have responsibility over surveillance and security surveillance and investigations.
Were you requested to come here to authenticate some video that was collected well back in 1996 from the MGM?
Yes, I was.
And have you had a chance to see any of that surveillance?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Did MGM keep a copy as well?
Yes, they have.
Okay, so you reviewed that.
Yes.
Judge, I have in my hand State's proposed exhibit number 115, which is that video I'd offer.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, that'll be admitted.
So I have three different camera views, three different files, I'll call it, that we're going to talk about. But back in 1996, can you describe the type of surveillance system we're looking at? Like, how is it, what medium was it originally recorded on?
At that time, it was recorded on VHS.
And did MGM reuse tapes every so often?
Yes.
And so when you reuse tape, did you lose quality each time you kind of reused it over and over again?
Yes, the quality deteriorated.
So unlike today that's digital, some of these views that we're going to watch, it's going to be pretty hard to facially identify anybody. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So I want to start with, actually, I just mark next in order.
I need to switch it over.
I know, I just remember if it's at the top or the bottom. There's two blues. Oh, this one? Yes, this one's over. There you go.
It doesn't work that way. Later water.
Alright. I'm going to show you the State's proposed exhibit number 144. You recognize what that is?
Yes, that's the MGM grant.
Is that currently the way the MGM Grand looks?
The general layout of the casino or the hotel, yes, it's the names have changed and stuff, but
Okay.
the property is the same.
So we don't know if this is from 1996 or if it's from 2002, 2010, one in the last 30 years, but generally the layout's been the same.
Correct.
I'll put this up, ladies and gentlemen, the jury.
Your Honor, if I could,
Oh, I'll move to bit 144.
before we move to admit, can I just ask a couple more questions of this witness with regard to this particular?
You'd like to voir dire on this issue?
Yes, please.
You may.
Sir, with regards to the photograph that's been marked as proposed State Exhibit 144, can you tell me if you can read the locations that are on that particular map?
I can read most of them. There's one that's a little fuzzy to me.
Sure. And in terms of your review of the surveillance video from the MGM, fair to say that what we're about to see would indicate where the camera location was, including the name of the area that would correlate with what you have out there on the map?
As a general rule, yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll have no further questions.
Any objection then to
No
the
objection.
admission of it?
No.
It'll be admitted. State, you may proceed.
There's actually two areas on this I want to talk to you about before we show the video. Maybe more than that. Generally speaking, events like the Tyson-Selden fight, where would that have occurred at?
The MGM Grand Garden, which is located at the top of the screen.
Up here. Okay. We have an elevator view that we're going to see. Where is that located on this?
There's, in the middle of the screen, there's 3 small boxes. Those,
Right here?
yes, those are the elevator core for the MGM Grand.
And then if there's a camera that's going to say food court, that's kind of walking, that's looking down a long hallway, which hallway are we looking at?
The white box, yeah, you're going to be following that basically to the Grand Garden Arena.
So when you come out of this box, you can either come down here or across the casino, essentially.
Correct.
So now I'm going to start with, if we can go back to me. I'll pause it here for just a second. This says food court promenade. So I'm just going to hold it up for the jury. Do you know anywhere where we are along this white corridor? Or could it be anywhere on that white corridor?
Specifically, I couldn't tell you exactly where along that corridor you are, but you're along that corridor.
Okay. And I'm going to stop it. Oh, maybe a little farther. This person right here, we're going to see in some of our other videos, wearing a Dan Marino Miami Dolphins jersey. You probably know that, but for ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that's the person that we're trying to follow. Is that accurate? Or do you know?
I do not know.
Okay. Now we have another camera view of this long hallway. From this, can you tell generally where in that hallway it is, or once again, we're just somewhere on that white hallway?
Somewhere along that white hallway.
And, well, he just flashed.
That.
So let me stop it here. On these VHS tapes, cameras would flash between different hallways.
That technology was in effect during that time frame.
Called multiplex back in those days.
Correct.
So sometimes we jump from camera view to camera view, trying to capture what we're trying to capture.
Correct.
We can see the 13 on this jersey right here, with the gentleman walking behind him. Now I'm going to take you to 115B. I don't know why it did that.
All right, we're going to use a different program so we don't watch it sideways. And I'll turn my volume off because there's no volume. Now this is that elevator core that we saw. Please switch over to me for just a second.
Over to you? You mean the dot cam?
Yeah. So as opposed to those other views that were somewhere in here, now we're down in the middle of these four, and there's a tree in the middle of these four.
Correct.
Is that tree still there?
No.
And unlike the other camera, this one is a movable camera that goes back and forth.
Correct.
Go back to you.
Yeah. So this one starts at 2043 or so, and I'm going to jump forward to about 2047. This is just people walking through that elevator area, correct?
Correct.
Close enough. We'll start at 2046-33. stop it just here for a second to orient everybody. So the camera, is it being operated manually by a cameraman so he can stop it on something that he's looking at?
He can stop it at a location, but that movement that you saw was just the camera in rotation, just scanning the area.
But if it now stops and focuses on someone, there's someone in the control room that is able to stop and go, hey, something's going on. And,
Yes.
okay. The gentlemen in white shirts, are they security guards, and the gentlemen in tan shirts, Metro Police?
Yes, sir.
Pause it there for a second. Once again, it appears that the victim of the beating was wearing that 13 merino shirt.
Yes, sir.
you, this may seem somewhat obvious, but I'm going to give you this when you watch the cameras. After we're done, I'm going to ask you generally where those people that we see leaving the area of the elevator after the fight, where they go. This is 115C. So is that the main casino floor outside the elevators?
Correct.
Doors that they appear to be exiting, can you generally tell me where that leads out to?
The lion entrance? Right.
Is that anywhere near the valet?
That's the. I'm sorry, I was confused. Out to the hotel registration area and then out to the Porta Cashier.
And do you know whether or not back in '96 there was a valet there or not?
Yeah, no, I don't know if there was an exact valet or what it was called at the time.
Thank you, sir. Judge, I pass the witness.
Mr. Sanft, cross-examination.
Thank you, Honor. Sir, you are an investigator with the MGM, correct?
MGM Resorts, the whole company.
So it would be MGM as well as the other properties that are on the ship?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm assuming you're more than just yourself doing the investigations?
Correct.
Okay. May I have that document? May I approach on it?
Yeah.
I'm going to publish this again for the jury. State's Exhibit number 44. All right. A couple questions. As the investigator, or a investigator, how long have you been doing that line of work for?
14 years.
Did you have any previous law enforcement experience before you became an investigator for MGM?
No.
And then with regards to your training as an investigator for the MGM, are you trained in how to do an investigation?
Yes.
Okay. And that would be something that would be not necessarily law enforcement, but it would just be to protect the properties that MGM owns.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So with regards to the training that you have, is one of the things that you do in terms of training, learning how to write proper reports?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us why that's important?
Documentation for future reference. You're time stamping an event in that moment that you are investigating it.
And fair to say that with regards to report writing, it helps you later refresh your recollection if you're ever unlucky enough to be sitting in this chair facing towards these people, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In this case, you were asked to retrieve this video that was what we all have seen right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you have to write a report for that?
No.
Now, you had shared with us earlier that you had reviewed the videos. Anything about the review of the videos that would have required you to put it into a report?
No.
Okay. And you were going to, I must have cut you off. You were going to say something. Did you want to finish?
I did not, like you said that I provided this video.
Yes.
I did not provide this video.
Okay. So, and once again, we want to make sure that we're accurate, right? So what is your role in this whole thing and what you did here?
The video that we all reviewed, to be able to say that it's MGM Grand's video, that's MGM Grand's location, and whatever you guys want to talk about inside of the video.
Right. So in terms of you verifying it, was it just you looking at the video and saying, yes, that's the casino floor of the MGM?
Yes.
In terms of the date and time, for instance, you're just relying on what's date stamped and timed on the actual video that you watched, right?
Yes.
I mean, you don't have any other way of verifying any of the time and date in this case outside of what's time stamped on the video, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And that's not a trick question. I just want to make sure we're clear. Yeah, you're good. But in terms of the case itself, was there an internal number that was assigned by the MGM property specifically as to this event in September of 1996?
I don't know that answer.
So when you were asked to review the videos, do you know if there were any reports that were written by MGM security or MGM investigators like yourself on September 7th, 1996 with regard to this event?
I don't know that answer.
Now, in addition to that, you were asked to look through the video. Were you ever asked to locate anyone based upon the video that you saw in this case?
No.
All right. And the way the surveillance worked back then, right? I'm assuming you weren't. That was 14 years ago, so that would have been you were there in 2012.
Technically, I got hired in 2010.
2010. All right. So this is take a step back, another 14 years prior to you working there. We heard testimony that the recording system was all VHS based.
Yes.
If you could describe for the jury, right? So you have a control room, I'm assuming, with all these monitors that are on there.
Yes, sir.
And there's multiple people that are probably looking at different quadrants or areas of the casino.
They're looking at different monitors. Yes, sir.
Okay, and some of them are concerned with, like, say, cheating on the tables and that kind of thing, right?
That is a different team altogether.
I see.
You have your security team and you have your gaming surveillance team.
I see. So as a security team, you're just tasked with safety on the premises.
Correct.
Okay. And so in this case, when those cameras are going around, they're going around automatically until such time as somebody in the control room looks and says, oh, there's something going on right here, and then manually focuses the camera over there.
Some of the cameras, yes.
Okay. And even if the person in the room is not seeing it, sometimes you'll get a call from security saying, hey, we've got a situation over by the elevator banks, and then that would draw someone's attention to that monitor and move the camera over to that area.
Yes, sir.
Now, is the person that's operating the camera at that point in direct contact with the security team that is down below, like in this case, in the elevator area?
Yes, sir.
So they would be communicating back and forth about whatever it is that would be going on that would be helpful for everybody to know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in this particular case, you have obviously a lot of people on the property.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you're too young for this, but I mean, this was fight night, right? Mike Tyson against Lou Selden.
Yes, sir.
Is that typical? Like, is that a typical amount of people on the MGM property?
In my experience, yes, that's a typical of fight night that you would have.
Right. So nowadays it's UFC or some type of championship thing with somebody, I don't know. But once again, championship level sort of thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Not an everyday.
Not an everyday thing.
All right. And obviously there's a ton of people that are there. We see at some point the group that attacked the individual run.
Yes,
and they
sir.
run out of the area. And I want to make sure the jury understands. So going back here again here to State's Exhibit number 144, the area where the attack happens is right here. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And this is right next to it. It just says elevator core, right?
Yes, sir.
Now we talked a little bit about where they exited, and you had mentioned somewhere, but I just want to make sure I'm clear as to where that would have been. Can you tell the jury where they exited?
From what I observed, it.
Sir, just so that you know, you could actually take that mouse that's right there and just move it around.
Can't when he's on the dock cam.
They
I
changed
wrote down
it.
and pointed out.
Usually they can, but
All right. Just go ahead and just describe it, and I'll just put it down.
He appears to have traveled initially after the altercation. He appears to travel north up into the casino area, around that area, and then from the description, it looks like he comes back south and then turns to the
Approach that screen and point.
Oh, thank you, Madam Clerk. Yes, please. Could you just?
Just talk louder while you're over there.
you can get up and just point it out on that big screen if you want.
Sorry about that. I should have done that.
The altercation occurs in the elevator core. It appears that he travels up through this location on the casino floor, and then turns here and then comes back down. And it appears that he goes. I would have to watch it again. I'm a little confused on the exact route. There's only two routes. You either went out the Port of Ricochet or went out the Lion entrance. But I'd have to watch it one more time to be able to confirm that.
If we could ask the state to be so kind as to replay that particular video back for the witness.
She needs to put it back on me.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And once again, this would be 115C as in Charlie. Did that help?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Let's show this to the jury then. Put this back up if you want to go on.
Yes, sir.
Keep Anna away from me for a second. Showing you again State's Exhibit 44. Can you explain to the jury the path that was taken?
Initially, it starts in the elevator core. They exit the elevator core. They enter the casino floor. They come down. They pass the cage. They pass the Emerald City, and then they're out the line entrance.
All right, and for the record, the line entrance is on the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Tropicana?
Correct.
Thank you. Now, with regards to how we're able to determine this, obviously it's, we're looking at this particular map here, and there's names of certain parts on here. Did that help you in terms of seeing where the camera locations were?
Yes.
As well as just looking and seeing that there was a casino cage and there was, you were able to determine just based upon that where everything was?
Correct.
Okay. Now, looking at the map again as well, can you point out for us the number of cafes that's located on the property? Would reading the actual thing help you? 'Cause the resolution-
Yes, I think it would have. You want the number of cafes, sir?
Yeah, just tell me how many cafes are on the map.
One, two, three. Three?
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry, I may approach.
Oh, of course. You may move freely.
Thank you. Showing you again for the jury 144. If you can just get up and point to the map in terms of where the cafes are on property in 1996 for us, please.
You have the Coyote Cafe, the studio, I'm not sure, coffee shop, and I believe this is also a gourmet coffee stand.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, in terms of the number of people moving through the casino, obviously very excited in terms of who they think is going through the casino, would that have been something that would have been unnoticed by anyone?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
Seems like a weird question, right? But the idea behind it is that there are so many people moving through that casino. Is MGM built in such a way where you wouldn't notice that, the noise or the bustle or anything like that?
Yes.
It is
You
built that
wouldn't,
way.
no, you wouldn't notice it.
And in terms of the number of people that are going through there at that particular time, you have camera angles, right? And they're showing us where these people are going, right?
Yes.
So outside of the casino, going back down here to the bottom of 144, were there any camera angles out here in the line entrance to help us see where the individuals left and what direction they went to?
Not that I'm aware of.
And fair enough that there is actually cameras that are outside the property as well to protect the MGM property, right?
Generally, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was at this time.
Sure, and I'm not trying to pin you down, but the idea
Yeah.
behind it would be, even now, for instance, there would be surveillance cameras to help protect the property.
Correct.
Now, directing your attention over here to, you had mentioned this before, what is this called here? I don't,
The Porta Cashier,
okay, what is that?
it's a drop-off, pickup, a taxi line, limo service. It's basically everything for the guests arriving to the property.
Arrive and leaving at the same time?
Yes.
Okay. And fair enough, once again, there should have been or would have been cameras as far as you would believe, in the hotel registration area as well as this Porter Sure.
Sure, yes, sir.
Thank you, Kashur. There would have been cameras there. At least now there are.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you know what MGM's policy is with regards to events that occur on property where police officers request video surveillance to be captured?
Yes, I know the policy.
Okay, what is the policy?
The policy when police request video is they submit a what we call an admin subpoena with the date, time, and kind of information that they're requesting, and then a member of either security surveillance or gaming surveillance will put that video onto a portable drive of some sort and provide it to the police.
Right. And with regards to that video surveillance, is it the entire property?
No.
Okay. What typically is requested of the police officers, and what's typically protected or is saved by MGM?
Situations dictate, but whatever they're initially requesting, if they're looking for a physical altercation, that's what they're going to get, is the physical altercation. We don't provide, a 24-hour movement of the persons. It depends on what they're requesting.
Right. So in this particular regard, you have an individual dressed in a Dan Marino jersey that at some point leaves the elevator area. Recall that?
Yes.
Now, do you know if there was ever a request to follow that individual through the casino and maybe off the casino premises just because he had been involved in an altercation with some other people?
I'm not aware of any request.
You don't have no further questions. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Okay.
it.
Redirect, Mr. Duffman.
Just briefly. You mentioned one, you didn't know if this was 1996 or not, correct?
Correct.
You also said you weren't sure whether or not there was a report written by security.
Correct.
Let me show you. Does that document generally look familiar to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And that indicates the accuracy of the times on the, generally speaking, on the video that we have.
Yes, sir.
And I want to read that description to yourself. And there's more. But,
yes, sir.
Based upon reading that, are you comfortable that the Coyote Cafe was present in 1996?
Yes.
And the report, does it indicate that Orlando Anderson was trying to, this person in the 13 was attempting to push past security into this cafe when he was attacked?
Yes, sir.
Nothing further.
Any recross based on that, Mr. Sanft?
And I'm sorry, sir, I forgot your last name.
Ingram.
Ingram. Mr. Ingram, the report that you just read, did you author that report?
No.
Now, in terms of the report, fair to say the report is basically reflecting what's found on the videos that's been provided by the state.
I'm sorry, I lost track. What?
The videos that we watched earlier, is that what's in the report?
Yes.
So, in essence, the jury can see the report for them, or see the videos for themselves to determine what was happening in terms of actions and what people were doing, right?
I don't know if that's completely accurate. There are things that are in report that are written by like eyewitness that you can't see on video.
Sure. Now, the report itself, do you know who wrote it?
I do not.
Do you know if that person had the same training and experience that you have here today talking to this jury?
I do not.
And in terms of the report itself, is it a standard report that would have been drafted back in those days?
Yes, sir.
All right. And there would have been somebody who would have supervised that report, I would assume, and reviewed it?
Yes, sir.
Do you know who it is in this document?
Who the supervisor?
The supervisor is.
I don't know who the manager at the time was.
All right. Once again, not you. You were 12, right? Okay.
Young, yes.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Just briefly, Mr. Sanft said that only what was seen on the video is in this report, but there's actually a description of what what the person in number 13 was doing before we could see it in video. If you read the first.
Yes, he. Yes, sir.
This is a document that appears to be authored by somebody who was present and confronting Mr. Anderson from security as he was trying to get into the Coyote Cafe when he was attacked, and then we see on video kind of the remnants of that attack, but not the beginning of it, correct?
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I'm just going to object to that question.
Well, he opened the door with that question by
Leading?
saying,
What's your response on leading?
"Oh, as the leading, okay. Read the first 4 lines of the report. I'll rephrase my.
Okay, so it's sustained. You may rephrase.
Read the beginning of the report."
On Sunday, August 7th, 1996, at approximately 8:50 p.m., this officer was in the elevator core when I noticed a BMA wearing a sports jersey force his way past the officers.
Your Honor, at this particular point, I'm going to object as this is hearsay, and there's no exception to this particular statement being brought in.
Okay, your response on that one.
2 things. 1, he opened the door by claiming this report only says it's that. 2, it's a report generated at the time by the person who witnessed it, and it is a record of the MGM, from MGM in 1996, all of which would qualify for admissibility.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Sure. All right, overruled. This the statement is not being offered for its truth. Instead, it's being offered to rebut the idea that the only thing that the report contains is viewable on the video, and the jury is to consider it for such.
If you could just, I guess, start over. Start at the beginning there and stop at the point you get to this person in the jersey getting attacked.
On Sunday, August 7th of 1996, at approximately 8:50 p.m., this officer was in the elevator core when I noticed a BMA wearing a sports jersey force his way past the officers. Chelsea, I can't read the first name, Muniz Roberts, at the North Key checkpoint by Coyote Cafe. The unidentified BMA was questioned by myself and Officer Your screen went black.
Oh, sorry. I love technology.
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, maybe approach again while Mr. Giacomo was working on technology.
With Mr. Claus? Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, I think you were an officer whose name you couldn't quite figure out.
The unidentified BNL was questioned by myself and Officer Gamba on the side of Coyote Cafe. The BMA was very uncooperative on answering our questions. While questioning the BMA, he continually kept looking over his shoulder towards the north key checkpoint. It was seconds thereafter when I noticed a large group of BMAs force their way through the North Key checkpoint. The large group of BMAs, approximately 20, were running right in our directions. As they got close to, close to the BMA that was being questioned, started to run south towards the elevator core. Around 5 or 6 BMAs from the group caught up with the single BMA, grabbed him, punched him, and knocked him to the.
That's probably far enough.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. I have no more questions.
Okay, Mr. Sanft, anything else based on that? I guess that'd be recross.
No, Your Honor, but with regards to my discussions with the state, I'm going to move for the admission of that particular page that was read into the record.
Any objection by the state?
I don't. There's a second page. You want to read it all first and then make a decision? Is it the first page or both pages?
Is it bad, the second page?
At least page 1 will be admitted. Page 2 is still up in the air. But would that be next in line for the state, or do you want it as defense exhibit, Mr. Sanft?
This will be defense exhibit B, Your Honor.
Okay, so that'll be admitted as defense exhibit B. We'll hold tight to see if you want 1 or 2 pages. How many pages?
Potentially 2, but right now,
Okay.
yeah.
Let my clerk know.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So nothing further.
Nothing further there.
Any questions from the jury for Mr. Ingram? We do have at least 1. Okay, can I have the parties approach? All right, a question from one of our juries. Do you know where the person or officer who wrote the report at MGM from the security team witnessed the person in the jersey by Coyote Cafe?
Can you restate that for me one more time?
I can try, or I can read it again.
Yes, ma'am.
where is the officer or person who wrote the report at MGM from the security team witnessing the person in the Jersey by Coyote Cafe?
Oh, on the map, it's located, the entrance, the specific entrance, whether it's,
You think maybe you should stand up and do it on the big ones?
Yes,
So we can
ma'am.
understand that.
so from what I could read, the entrance into the cafe is located here. Into the Coyote Cafe, so this would be where the initial stop and talk by the security personnel would have occurred at.
And do you know where the person who wrote the report was seeing that person in the Jersey from?
From that specific location, so he or she, I'm not sure the exact person, but the security describes that they're at the position and someone tries to push past, in which case they approach and stop and talk at the entrance of the cafe itself.
Okay. And then as to the second part of that question, I'm not going to ask because that's not something that he would know why that decision was made. State, did you want any follow-up based on that question?
You didn't recognize the name of the author of that particular report, correct?
Correct.
And you have no idea what happened to that person in the last 30 years in their lives, whether they're alive, dead, locatable, anything like that?
No knowledge.
Thank you.
Mr. Sam?
Yes, Your Honor, just a couple more quick ones. So I want to be sure I'm clear. Did the MGM during that time period have those booths set up where you couldn't go to the elevators unless you had a room key or something? Is that what we're talking about in terms of a checkpoint?
The checkpoint is, it's not a physical location as much as it's a security position where they would check room keys to get into an area.
So if the report is saying someone was trying to push through, they're trying to go past that area into the elevator area? I mean, where are they going?
That's the direction that he travels. The security report states he tries to get into the cafe, and then when he's approached by the large group of males, he runs towards that checkpoint. So he's trying to get out or through the elevator core down into or wherever he decides he's trying to go, but that's the checkpoint. That little looks like a telephone next. Correct. That's where he's trying to get.
All right. So, but the report's kind of weird, right? Because it's not saying that he's trying to go into the Coyote Cafe. He's actually trying to go through a checkpoint or an area. I think that's what you read, right?
I would have to reread it again, but I believe he tried to get into Coyote Cafe first.
Okay, so he's going, there's a ton of people, they're all leaving the fight, and for some reason, him going into the Coyote Cafe causes security to go after him?
If it's closed or if it's blocked for a private party, I'm not exactly sure, honestly, why they would do it.
I see. So, I mean, but outside of that, your idea as to why the Coyote Cafe would not be open to this particular individual in the Merino, Jersey would have been because it's closed for a private function or closed completely.
Correct.
Okay. No further questions, John.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Ingram, you are excused at this time.
Sorry, Judge, can I have one follow-up to that?
Oh, okay.
Or the cafe's overcrowded and they're stopping people from going in.
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay, now you're free to go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, at this time we're going to take a 10-minute restroom break. During the recess, you are admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected to this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, the internet, and radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until the case is submitted to you. We'll see you guys back here at 11:15. Please rise. Jury is exited the room. Anything we need to address outside the presence?
Well, I'll work with the state with regards to the last proposed defense exhibit.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Well, and then let my clerk know what pages you wanted to, or give it to her, actually.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have to print that out, I guess?